Lori has been awful sick, and I'm very concerned. I want to make sure that she doesn't have the coronavirus, so we're taking her to the hospital today, and going to have her tested, checked out, and see what exactly is going on. I had to bring Lori to the hospital because she's running a high fever, and we're not quite sure what's happening. Definitely symptoms of the flu and a virus, so a little panicky. I'm not even going to get close to her because I don't want to get contaminated. So we're going to go in the hospital and admit her and see what the diagnosis are, get x-rays and all that is entailed to make sure that she doesn't have the coronavirus. Lori's symptoms are high fever, having chills, diarrhea, can't sleep, coughing, just all around just miserable. So it's very important that we have her checked out so we then have a better understanding of what direction we need to go for her health. So we are checking her in today. Here I'm going to come in and check in and see what it takes to admit Lori to the hospital for all the testing. We're getting her as comfortable as possible while we're waiting to see the doctor to start the examination process. The hospital is clean and has all the modern equipment. Lori getting ready to do a chest x-ray. As we're waiting for results, I just go around to show you what the hospital looks like. It has all the modern convenience, very nice, first-rate hospital. He's going to give me some medicine. It's going to be like a antibiotic, and you're going to need to take 2 of them a day for 10 days. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, that's one I'll pick up here at the hospital. Okay.
And
He's
waiting for you.
He's waiting for us. He's going to look on, see how much time it's going to be. Okay, that was quite an ordeal of all the testing that Lori had to go through. And so she met with the doctor. She had to, they did a pretty thorough examination of how she was. And they did some tests in there. They did a chest x-ray, so make sure that she didn't have pneumonia. And then also they did check her nose and make sure that what type of a virus that it was. And also she had to go, it's interesting here in Cambodia, they're really into giving you an IV. So they recommended that she get hooked up to an IV, and so she was, that took about 2 hours in there. So this whole process here was about 8 hours to get through the whole ordeal of this whole thing. So we are going to check her out now, and they recommended taking her to the hotel where it's controlled. But to be honest with you, I'm really reluctant on, I don't want to get, even if she just has the flu, I don't want to get, that. So actually, I am going to have her stay at a different hotel than I'm staying at. Sounds a little weird, but definitely I want to isolate myself from her. I'll check on her periodically to make sure that she's okay. And I will definitely have my hand sanitizer here to make sure that I'm really making sure that she's keeping clean. Lori is going to have her own hand sanitizer in the room, and also we're going to be fortunate because she has, her village is only about an hour and a half drive away, and some of her nieces have volunteered to stay with her. So she's not going to be alone. She's going to have a lot of volunteers. She doesn't have the coronavirus, anything like that. She just has a regular basic flu is what it is. So they figured about 14 days, and they're going to go on the theory, let's keep her isolated, let's keep her separated for about 14 days and see how her health is coming back. So we're very happy that there's no major problems, but again, now we just have to wait the 14 days to see how she feels after that. So she's a sick little girl here. So I'm going to take her right now back to the hotel, get her tucked in, and get her into a nice clean environment. Royal limousine? No way. It's a tuk-tuk. Back to the hotel. Actually, the tuk-tuks are pretty nice because they're very cool and fresh air. Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Lori here.
Well, we're going to give you an update. 2 weeks ago, we had quite a scare, and Lori was visiting her village. I wasn't with her. Her village is very remote. It's very primitive, and so she was staying there. I had come into Sirem Reap, which is about an hour and a half drive away by car, and so I got a call from Lori, and she says that she's really sick. She said the doctor came out to her little village and seen, her and gave her an IV. And I says, hey, we're not going to take any chances. I'm going to send a car and a driver for you to pick you up. And I want you to come here to Sirem Reap where there's a proper hospital, and I'm going to get you checked in because we are not going to take any chances with this coronavirus going around. And so that was 2 weeks ago. Now today, hey, Lori, tell them what your experience was through all that.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, I was very, very, very sick. I can't imagine it. That my whole life. So I was have high fever, running nose, diarrhea, and hard time to breathe. It just all that cases seems like symptom like coronavirus. And I was so scared. I called a doctor in the village, and they give me some medicine. They give me some IV, and then finally I called Jerry. I'm not good. This IV wasn't help me at all. So Jerry rent the car and go pick me up. And then my family, my niece, say, I won't let Auntie go alone. I'm gonna go with her. So then she came along with me. With 3 people came along with me. They don't scare about virus or anything. So we came to Siem Reap. I went to the doctor right away. Go to the hospital. It's a Royal Bangkok Hospital. That's what we go. And I wait for 3 hours to get into the doctor because it was long line. I was scared I'm gonna get corona. I said, oh my God, I will die. And the village was scared too. And also, so finally I get into the doctor and talk with the doctor. So what's happening? And he give me the chest x-ray, throat x-ray, and nose x-ray, and blood test and everything. It was go very good. And they put me in IV right away, and they give me some antibiotic. By the time I wait for the result to come out, 2 hours later, the result come out. Yay, good news. I don't have coronavirus or COVID-19 virus. I don't have anything of that. I only have a flu because I have diarrhea. So that's a stomach flu. So all of that IV was helping with the flu. So I wait total is about 8 hours, and then I feel so much better. And my niece and my family was so grateful to help me of that.
And so, of course, I do not want to get the virus. So I told Lori when we admitted her in the hospital, I says, hey, honey, this is going to sound a little weird, but I'm going to actually check you into a different hotel, you and your 2 nieces, going to get you a room there, and I'm not going to stay there. I'm going to be actually in another hotel, which is just down the street. But I figured this. I says, hey, look, what good is it for both of us to have be sick and have to go to the hospital, maybe even be in the hospital together? I said, let's don't take the chance on that. So do you mind if I stay away? And Lori was very cooperative, and she was so sick. She just said, whatever you think, honey.
I was so sick, I can't think about anything else. I said, whatever you say. I'm not even know where he is. I'm not even know where his hotel is. I said, it's okay, just drop the food for me.
I was very fortunate, and Lori was very fortunate. We had some good nurses, which was her nieces, and they took care of her. So it's 2 weeks later now, and Lori seems to be feeling pretty good. And the great part is that I got her back. I can, I can touch her, I can hug her, I can hold her. And so we're back on the traveling trail here. In fact, we're visiting Angkor Wat, which is one of the wonders of the world. And so it's just so good to be grateful, to be in good health, and you really realize and you appreciate when you go through a thing like what Lori went through. And it's tough on me. It's agonizing. I don't want to see her suffer. I'm concerned about it, so I'm much happier now that she's healthy, and we're back together in our normal routine. So
yeah, even the gossip from my village, they say, oh, Lori bring the coronavirus to the village. And then everybody will get so scared, and my niece, my nephew will get so sad. But luckily, I don't have that at all. Now I'm good.
Okay, so that's the update on the virus here in Cambodia, and our particular experience and scare and everything else. So we're happy.
Happy trail. So see you next video. Hey, if you don't subscribe yet, please subscribe. This is Jerry Brown Traveling and Lori here. So we appreciate you watch our video.
Very good. Ciao, ciao, and we'll see you next video.